of the fighter collection, and Stephen Gray. Flying Legends 2015 opens. Of course, this included bombers on the German side, but and at the same time, about the German fighters, the endurance on the fuel quantity in the Messerschmitt 109 was so low that most of the German fighters, escort fighters, were not able to stay above south of England for a long time, so they would leave the bombers on their own, and but nevertheless, the ratio, putting this number of Spitfires in the sky was normal, and that was a squadron complement, a fighting squadron complement. And so now we have Merlin 1, 2, and 3. Merlin 1 is proper now. Merlin 2 is Mystic Sessions, and Merlin 3 is Maxi Gains that we were talking about recently. And now, coming from the left, the big engine one.
We've got a couple of clip wing versions in there.
The clip
brought in to increase the roll rate, wasn't it?
Yeah, the clip wings were on the Spitfire. You can unbolt the wingtips by just one key, and it's quite easy. And you replace the pointed wingtip by just a little fairing, which is made of wood, by the way, varnished wood, and which lessens the span of the aircraft and makes it more maneuverable at low altitude. So the clipped wing version was supposed to be a low altitude dogfighting machine, a little better than the pointed wing one. But some people will tell you that.
Well, yes. Our Lord and Master, Stephen Gray, was of the opinion that it made no significant difference.
The thing is that today we fly this aircraft with kind of a peculiar approach to it. While at the time they were fighting a war, so if the aircraft was serviceable, they could use it as it was. But there was a reason behind the clipped wing version. closely at the aircraft flying, you'd see that they're dancing from side to side, and that because of the fact that you're flying so many aircraft in a small volume, the air becomes quite turbulent above the runways and becomes more and more bumpy. Display rules here in Flying Legends are that minimum altitude for a straight and level plus is 50 feet, which is quite impressive when you're doing 250 miles per hour in bumpy air. Pilots on the Griffins are Schofield, Lewis, Smith and Christophe Jacquard. Pilots on the Merlins again are Nick Grace, Alan Wade, Mr. Brown, Mr. Poulston, Paul Baum, Mr. Sessions and Maxi Gainza. And when you're in one of these aircraft, you spend these 15 minutes with head swiveling, because you want to see where are the others. You're following the man who's right in front of you, but at the same time you want to know where are the others. And so you look everywhere.
So how much physical effort goes into flying a bird like this?
A flight like this, you end up having perspired 2 pounds of water, because it's hot in this aircraft. There's no air conditioning.
But it is physical. It needs
and it's
firm control inputs.
It's well, the speed is quite light on the controls, and it's not real physical effort in flying it. But you're so you're concentrating on what you're doing. You're so focused that it's really a tough act. It seems nothing. It's only 15 minutes of merry-go-round, but you can see it that way. But once you're inside the machine, it's really different.
Of course, these guys were fighting at a lot higher altitudes than they are displaying, and I suppose the control inputs and the physicality lessens the higher you go, the thinner the air.
When you get into thinner air, the aircraft becomes lighter under your hand, but at the same time it loses precision. And flying high with these machines was completely different. They were high as 25,000 feet, for instance. They had some dogfights at this kind of altitudes, and of course you can't pull as many Gs as you would in low altitude, but remember, they are not pressurized. and at the same time you were breathing pure oxygen, and again, physically speaking, that was really something, and it still is really something. And you have to keep on your toes until you're landing, and landing in Duxford and on this piece of grass is you do have, of course, rules, and you want to land, you have to look at the man in front of you. Is he using the right part of the grass or the left part of the grass? Where am I going to land? Am I going to land short or long? And the idea is to keep moving, to keep taxiing until the end. Never, if you land on the left side of the grass runway, never cut in case somebody else is coming inside you. And so it's attending the briefing here given every morning by Pete Kinsey, Jane Frazier, and the rest is quite fascinating, because the briefing is over an hour long, and it's very quiet